Hello, I'm John Bachman. More trouble for the Iranian nuclear program deal. U.S. officials now warn they may not be able to meet the end of the month deadline to come to terms with Iran. We've heard this before. Secretary of State John Kerry has been trying to hash it out in Switzerland today. He met with his Iranian counterpart earlier this morning for nearly 5 hours. And get this, officials also say Iran's delegation brought up that letter sent by Tom Cotton and 46 other Republican senators. Kerry has denounced it, calling it unconstitutional. But Cotton, who drafted it, says he has no regrets.
Iran's leaders needed to hear the message loud and clear. I can tell you they are not hearing that message from Geneva. In fact, if you look at the response of the Iranian Foreign Minister, Javad Zarif, it underscores the need for the letter in the first place.
Well, Cotton says Iran's foreign minister believes international law can override the U.S. Constitution, which is why he and the other senators say that letter had to be sent. Iranian officials have dismissed it as propaganda, but of course they brought it up today, so take that as you will. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says if he is re-elected, Palestine will not be established as a state. But Netanyahu also admits he could lose the upcoming election. He's been campaigning in Jerusalem throughout the day. Polls in Israel are very tight, and more than 10% of the voters say they still haven't made up their minds yet. Netanyahu, speaking on Israeli radio, also charges that an international conspiracy is funneling millions of dollars to his opponents. At least 24 people are dead after cyclone, or that's what they call a hurricane in the South Pacific, slams into Vanuatu, causing mass devastation. The UN Secretary General says humanitarian aid is on the way.
I immediately met with the Vanuatu's president, and I have instructed to dispatch immediate assistance teams to Vanuatu.
Officials say winds topped 185 miles per hour, destroying that South Pacific island nation. And the extradition of millionaire Robert Durst to Los Angeles has been delayed now. Durst was supposed to head to Los Angeles to face charges in connection with the murder 15 years ago. It was announced today he was not going to fight that extradition, but over the weekend, the real estate tycoon was also arrested in New Orleans. Authorities there are considering other charges. At the end of a recent HBO special, a microphone actually catches Durst whispering what seems to be a confession. And the Louisiana National Guard has released now the names of the 4 guardsmen killed in that Black Hawk crash off the Florida Panhandle last week. You can see their names and pictures right here. Last week, the Marine Corps released the names of the 7 Marines who were also killed, Special Forces Marines, we should say, in that crash. Salvage crews were able to pull up the helicopter from the ocean. Officials still have not determined the cause of the March 10th crash. That helicopter went down during a training mission, which was also supposedly in heavy fog. And 3-time Top Fuel champion Larry Dixon is lucky to be alive after this crash. Take a look. Man, they make those cars safer and safer every time. He walked away from that crash with minor scrapes and bruises. Lucky to be alive. Another update for you in 30 minutes.